I find it really strange how I just made that video, and in that video I look like there's nothing wrong with me. It's really bizarre. Um, I've been feeling really bad all day, like just really bad headaches, and I'm kind of looking at it, just I feel so bad, and I don't really know why. Um, I definitely feel like I literally couldn't do something today if I wanted to, because I don't. High levels of depression, high levels of anxiety. Just I want to die every single day. I just don't want to be here, and it's really strange how sometimes I can look back at these videos and just be like, there looks like there's absolutely nothing wrong with me in that video, but it's not how I feel. And I realized that I kind of missed the point of what I was saying, because I have a bus, like a 15-minute bus ride and a 10-minute tram ride, and then there's like a 4-minute gap in between, and I timed it to see how long it takes to get back. If I was to go through the tram, 5 stops through the tram, and then the bus, it takes 20 minutes exactly, um, to go from door to door. If there's a 3-minute wait for the train, or sometimes there might be a 1-minute wait for the tram. Sometimes there might be a 5-minute wait. If there's a 5-minute wait, then I would have missed it. I left the gym at 10 past. I had a 3-minute wait for the tram, and I got there exactly at half past. It turned out though that it was actually every 20 minutes, so I didn't have long. I only had a 10-minute wait, but I got there exactly at half past, and I left at 10 to. So it does take 20 minutes, providing there's a 3-minute wait for the tram. If there's more, then it will take longer. But yeah, the anxiety that you feel of knowing that you have to go on this tram, and just even the anxiety of like when you walk to the tram, and you kind of just, you think any second now a tram is just going to walk past, and then you've got a 10-minute wait for the next one. And I don't know why, but I've never handled anxiety before. But the idea of like, you're kind of walking around the corner, and you just feel like any second now one's going to go, and that's it, you have to wait in 10 minutes. I know it's only 10 minutes, but I just, it's like I'm kind of realize, having this bus pass is kind of making me realize how actually ill I actually am. And because the idea of waiting 10 minutes at one of these bus stops just feels awful. And then you just feel like you need to run the whole time, and if there is like lots of drunks in the road, and then there's twice that the tram stopped for a couple of minutes to let a drunk person get off the tracks or whatever they were doing. And I don't really know what was doing it, but they stopped unnecessarily twice for a couple of minutes. And then when you finally get there, you're like, right, I've got 3 minutes before the bus goes, and sometimes the bus leaves 1 or 2 minutes early, sometimes it's 1 or 2 minutes late. But yeah, then you kind of got a 4-minute run, or it's a 3-minute run or a 4-minute walk. But I'm really, really I'm feeling very, very faint and dizzy just from doing something like that. So I don't know. Maybe I can like get better from it, but like practicing running on the, if you practice, you'll get better. But I don't know. My ability to run is just gone. And then yeah. So yeah, the idea of missing a bus and having to wait half an hour at this bus stop, all the shops in the area are basically closed down. There's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of hoodied people, lots of bikers, lots of gangs, and then there is it's okay because there are women on the streets. I've seen a video about what it was like in Afghanistan. No way would I be going there. 100% no way would I be going there. And even Sudan didn't look very good. I think Sudan might be okay if you're one of the Sudan people, but that just feels awful too, because it's like they've got some gangs that are all focused on robbing, stealing, and just using the locals as their sort of kind of walking wallet. Every time they want money, they just steal or attack the locals, and they feel nothing about it. They don't care, and therefore it's like there's the Dracula film where the Draculas let the villagers live, but really they only let them live because they want to like feed off their kids. Every now and then they take some of the villagers, but on the whole they let them live so they can breed. Like you throw, if there's if you find a a crab or a, what's it, one of those crabby things that has like lots of babies on it. If you find one of those, oh, I've forgotten the name of it, sea animals that have lots of babies attached to it, you're supposed to pinch the tail so that you know that they've had babies recently, and then you throw them into the ocean. But the idea is so that they can just breed more, and then you have more of these lobsters, I think they are, or something like that. You have them later. But yeah, that's almost like how they live in Sudan. Like there's a bunch of gangs that do just rob and steal off the villagers, but mostly they let them live because they want to steal off them tomorrow. And if they died, well, they wouldn't have anything in a week's time because their family members would take everything. So they let them live so that, you know, there's not like hundreds of people that have things, and so long as there are hundreds of people that have things, they will always have things to steal off them. So it's almost like they're allowing them to live only for the sake of, I think, there's some terrible things that happen in terrible countries, but I think you have to kind of understand that they have horrible lives because they're constantly living in danger. And okay, Birmingham's nowhere near as bad as that, but I'm feeling like the negative effect of it. I'm feeling the sort of just the anxiety of I think I'm getting stressed out over things I'm seeing online, so I probably should stop doing that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm overthinking about things. But Birmingham's not a nice place to live. But to be honest, when I went to America 3 years ago, that was so much worse than Birmingham. Not now. I don't know. I mean, Hollywood was particularly bad. The buses were terrible. I definitely wouldn't want to use the subway. And I'm trying to compare Birmingham to the areas that I went to in Los Angeles, and I don't know. Right now, I feel like it's kind of similar. 3 years ago, though, Birmingham was not like this.